video for the Puppy for Sale flyer, so I'm going to walk you through the instructions on how to create this flyer. This is the first flyer that you will create that is from scratch, so there is no draft that you need to follow. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that you've got these instructions either pulled up from my website or pulled up from the paper copy that I give you. Once you've got that, then go ahead and open up a new Word document, which I've done. And I'm going to toggle back and forth between the two so that we can see what we're doing. So you've been asked to prepare a flyer that advertises a puppy that she has for sale. So the first thing we're going to do is type the text without formatting. We will want to leave a blank line between the headline and the body copy. So let's go ahead and type that up. And as you can see, I've already done that, so you can pause for as long as you need to do that. All right, so at this point, it would be important to save your documents, and I'm going to encourage you in this class to save your documents often, because we have had on more than one instance something happen to the computer and people lose their work. So go ahead and save it as Lab 1, Unit 1, Puppy for Sale. And I'm going to go ahead and mark out what we've done. Now we're going to center the headline and the signature line. So we'll go ahead and put our cursor up in the headline and center, put our cursor in the signature line and center. We're going to change our theme colors to organic and then change our color to violet 2. So let's go over here to Design, Theme, and click on Organic. If you don't see organic on yours, and sometimes we have this problem, then I want you to pick something that sort of has an earthy tone to it. Once I've got organic chosen, I want to do Violet 2 over here in the colors. So I'm going to scroll down and click on Violet 2. Now we want to change, the font size of the headline to 51 and change the font to Gill Sans Ultra Bold Condensed. So we'll highlight that, change it to 51. Now you notice there's no 51 on here, and if we were to hit the increment button, it would just go through this line. So we're going to go ahead and just click in here. You don't need to, let me do this again. You don't need to delete it. Just click one time and type 51 and it'll type over it. So that'll save you a little bit of time. And then we change our font to, and I forget what it was, Gill Sans Ultra. Okay. We want to apply a text effect, full plum, and outline it in black. So let's do a text effect. That one looks plum, so I look at it, I just hover over it, and it says fill plum, accent 1 shadow, so that's correct. Sometimes with these instructions, you will have to do this sort of thing where you sort of go, what's the next best option if it doesn't pull up the way I need it to? So we'll do fill plum, but you'll notice I don't have any black outline. So let's go back to text effect and look at outline and then click on black. Now I've got a black outline, which makes it pop a little bit more. Change the font size of the body copy, which is between the headline and signature line, to 22. Change the font size of the signature line to 20. Change the font of the body copy and the signature line to Comic Sans. bullet the 3 lines of text above the signature line. So here's my signature line, so here's 1, 2, 3. So starting here and dragging down, I'll hit the bullets and then it'll move it over. Change the color of the words purebred American Cocker Spaniel to green. Now here, this would not work. If I tried to do that, it chooses the entire line, which I do not want to do. So now I need to click and drag. Purebred American Cocker Spaniel, let's change that to green. Italicize the word "and" in the 3rd bulleted point. Bold the text line, bold the text in the signature line and then shade it the entire paragraph plum, or the entire line. So we want to bold, shade it, let's see, plum, change the color of the text in the signature line to white. Underline the phone number in the signature line. Add 12-point spacing after the word puppy in the bulleted list. So here's my bulleted list. I'm sorry. It said after the word puppy and the bulleted list. So we're trying to create space between this sentence and the bulleted list. So I'm right here, and I want to add 12-point spacing. So spacing after puppy, I want to increase it to 12. Add 12-point spacing after the word it in the last bulleted list. So here's it, spacing after, and we want to add that to 12. And so now we've sort of added some white space to before and after our bulleted list to make it stand out a little bit. Insert the picture. It says from the Student Share Drive, but actually it's on the website that's titled Cocker Spaniel 1. When you open up the document in the, on the website that says all flyer images, you'll see these are the images that you need for the flyers that you may create if you are, depending on what grade you're wanting to go for. So you can right-click, copy, and right here, right under puppy, we'll right-click and paste. Once you get it here, click on the box, and I think it'll come up square. Click on the top and bottom so that we want text to go above and below the picture. And your picture may move around. You'll just need to try to adjust it. There you go. Oops. There we go. All right, we want to apply the rotated white picture style. So click on your picture, your Format tab will come up, and you'll have to sort of move through these. Rotated white, so there you go. Rotated white picture style is what we want to apply. And a glow effect called purple, we're going to see how close we can get to that. 5-point glow if we can. So go to picture effects, go to glow. We can see the purples. So if you hover, you can see 5-point, oh, that's actually blue. There we go, purple. 5 point, and I can't remember if we said color 1. I think we said color 1. No, we said color 2. Five-point glow color, accent color 2. We want to center the picture horizontally, and then we want to center the entire flyer vertically. So let's go back and make sure that our picture is centered horizontally. And you can, sorry, because we don't have the ability to use the centering pieces. Now what you can do to get a sense, you can in certain situations, here we want our puppy for sale ahead of it, but you do have the ability to identify where the picture goes. So if it's top center, middle center, bottom center. We want to create our own center, so we don't want it to, these positions don't work for us. But one thing we could do is we could go ahead and say, well, let's go position it up at the top center. We've changed it to now square text wrapping, which we'll have to change. This is not how it's supposed to look, but what we can do is move straight down, and then we know that our picture is centered horizontally. And as we keep moving, eventually puppy for sale will go up top. Now because we've got it wrapped with square, that means it's typing on both sides. We click on this box and we can do the top and bottom. And now we know we're centered horizontally from left to right with the picture, but we've also followed the correct format that I'm asking you to follow. Now let's go ahead and go to view and look at one page. Okay, so you can see it's not centered vertically, so that there's more up top, there's more words and less white space than there is at the bottom. So we want to change that. If we go to page layout, we can click on page setup, that drop down box. You'll get margins, paper, and layout. I'm going to click on layout. Automatically Word sets you up that anytime you type, it starts at the top of the page. I can change it so that it's centered, and you'll notice that now we've got this nice amount of white space. Okay, I believe you are done. You'll just need to save your new document, and I'll let you know when I'm ready to grade it so that you can get your points on it.